Alright, what's up, folks? Interesting video came across my desk. Ironically, it was sent to me by a super hot woman. But let's look at the title, folks. It says, boyfriend fattens up his girlfriend and proposes so no one else can have her. As you can see, this is the boyfriend, and this is his new fiancée. Okay, it says this guy Pan was so jealous over his attractive girlfriend Yan Tai, and I'm probably fucking up the names, but we'll move on, that he went through extreme measures to ensure no other man could take her away. We're going to discuss all this in a minute. According to the news reports, Tan would feed the 20-year-old huge portions of food and even wakes her up at midnight for snacking. Kind of like a puppy. 2 years after they began dating, Yan has gained over nearly 100 pounds, and now they're engaged. Now, I'm not sure if this is her before, but if it is, because her face kind of looks different, there's a huge difference. She's definitely a lot fucking bigger. He proposed to her with a bouquet of Ferrero Rocher to seal the deal on the streets in China. And they had their friends holding up pictures of the favorite food that she eats, or likes to eat. Let's get away from the before and let's get to this after. Number one, nobody can fatten you up. You choose to eat, okay? You choose to take those snacks in the middle of the night. That's number one. Number two, I have to talk to your boyfriend. What's his name? Pan. It's ironic, Pan. And he likes to give food to people like a frying pan. It's a bad joke, but I had to say it. Pan, man, I don't know what's going on in your head. You see, I see what you're thinking. You got a hot girl. You don't want no competition. So you're like, I'm gonna fatten this bitch up. Give her all extra noodles, double portions on everything. You know the Whopper has to have cheese when she's on Pan's fattening up program. But this is the thing, Pan. This is what I've seen in my experience. Number one, women who gain a lot of weight, sometimes, not all times, they get bigger, but everything else gets bigger with it. Their titties get bigger, their ass gets bigger. And there's some guys out there who will just fuck a woman just for one body part. She could just have a nice pair of tits and she could look hella ugly, busted face. They'll still go fuck her. Number two, you got guys who like big bitches. They like chunky girls. They like, I think it's called BBW, big beautiful women. They got SSBBW, which is even bigger than them bitches. We're talking 400 plus. There are guys that like that shit. So, you may stop a certain demographic from fucking with her, or trying to. But now you just opened up this whole specialty bracket. And those guys go hard. They specialize in big women. I don't know. That's two. And the third thing, Pan, is while you're fattening up this bitch, most likely you're lowering her self-esteem. Which does what, Pan? It makes her prone to getting fucked even more. Because her self-esteem's probably low. Not saying that's the case, because not all the time. But in general, she might think she doesn't look good and she only looks good to you. So, you know, next time a motherfucker out sees her and fucking, I don't know, he's having a couple drinks or something. He's like, shit, I'll fuck this fat bitch tonight, get it over with, and she'll go for it. Because her self-esteem is in the trash. Because of you, Pan. I don't know if this plan really worked, bro. I'm just being honest. Like I said, you took certain guys maybe might not look at her initially. But you give these guys a couple fucking drinks and they start thinking about, well, damn, I heard Chinese girls all got tight pussies because the Chinese guys supposedly got small dicks. And trust me, you didn't really avoid what you were trying to avoid. You just kind of skewed it a little. I mean, basically, if you don't want your woman to cheat, you have to just find a girl with some morals, which is kind of hard sometimes, and who does respect herself and, you know, doesn't walk and bend over with her butt crack hanging out, doesn't have her titties jumping out at work. You know, if she can pass that test, then you don't have to feel insecure. But this fattening this bitch up shit, it ain't gonna work, because guess what, Pan? You're still attracted to her. So don't you think there are more people just like you out there? And like I said, when you start going for guys who are specialty guys who only like one certain thing, they're going to go harder than the average guy who would have just said, oh, she seems like a nice person. You know, you got guys who just like tits. These guys don't care who has the rack. Could be a granny, could be a 20-year-old, could be a 30-year-old. They just want titties. Now, take that analogy, and the same type of guys who just like big fucking women. Pan, I think you might put yourself in a bunch of trouble, and you don't know it yet. You just don't know it yet. But hey, enjoy your wedding to be. Mr. Unfiltered is out, folks. Oh, and P.S. Just because a guy does give you some cake once in a while, or does offer you a brownie once in a while, that doesn't mean he's trying to fatten you up. That just means he's courteous, nice, and a wonderful guy. You should appreciate that. Alright, folks, now I'm done.